Sadhgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, Mahabharata 529. As you may remember, Ashwatthama had to go away all in disgrace. After this dismissal of Ashwatthama, Bhima hurried to Draupadi with the gem in his hand. He gave it to her. Krishna told them all that had happened. Draupadi was pacified, and her grief abated slightly since the killer had been punished. She gave the gem to Yudhishthira and said it was fit for the king and for no one else. Yudhishthira took it to please Draupadi. Chapter 5. The Embrace of Death. The Pandavas set out for Hastinapura. They had not seen the city since 14 years ago. They were now going back to the city as rulers of the kingdom. Yudhishthira was the king, but their happiness was all destroyed because of Ashwatthama. He had avenged the killing of Duryodhana. They were all sunk in woe. This mournful procession set out toward the city. Satyaki and Krishna were the two people who took good care of them. They heard that Dhritarashtra, with the women of the palace and the women of the city, had proceeded toward the battlefield, and they went there to meet them. The Pandavas saw the women on the field. Their lamentations greeted them. Yudhishthira went straight to Dhritarashtra and fell at his feet. He announced himself and his brothers. Dhritarashtra embraced him without affection. He thought of the Pandavas as the causes of the deaths of his sons. He could not welcome them with affection, but he knew how to behave himself in front of others. He spoke gentle words to Yudhishthira. His heart was full of hatred for Bhima. If he had been able to, he would have burnt him with his looks. Dhritarashtra held out his arms to embrace Bhima. Bhima was proceeding toward him. Krishna stopped him with signs. Krishna hurried to the gymnasium and quickly brought the iron image of Bhima, which Duryodhana had been using for his daily practice. Krishna placed it in front of Dhritarashtra. The old king embraced it. The moment he embraced it, Dhritarashtra remembered that he had the killer of his son in his arms. His arms now tightened about the iron figure. It went on getting tighter and tighter, and the iron image was crushed to powder because of the powerful arms of the king. Bhima was looking on with horrified eyes. The king's body was wet with his own blood, and his chest was full of blood, too. The effort had made him faint. The king fell on the ground in a dead faint. Sanjaya revived him. The king realized the gravity of the crime he had committed. He was sorry. He began to wail, "In my anger, I have killed Bhima. Oh, I've killed Bhima, the son of my own brother. I've killed that child." Krishna realized that all his anger and fury had abated. He came up to the king and said, "I knew how angry you were with Bhima. But my lord, this is not Bhima you've crushed to powder. Bhima is safe. I knew your anger and your strength too, so I placed this image in front of you. It's an image of Bhima, made of iron. Duryodhana had it made. I placed it in front of you. Now that your hatred is all spent on this image, it is but right that you should show your affection to the sons of your own brother. Please set your mind on righteousness and do the right thing by them. They are also unhappy about the war. Please comfort them and be a father to them, at least now." Sadhgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.